Choo-choo, board the Trump train or get tied to the tracks. That's what Republicans and even Democrats are telling each other. The train's departing from Mar-a-Lago and everyone's scrambling for a seat. Once you step into the cafe car, you never know who you're going to see.
What we have is a 4-year grace period, but we have to work hard, all of them. And I don't know, the president's got a big job on his hands to turn this place around. A lot of damage was done, and they continue to start fires. I hope in the next 4 years we can get back some of that precious commodity that this country has, that commodity called freedom.
Trump liked the Patriot Award so much, he's giving out his own awards. Look at that line up there getting their hardware. America's most successful entrepreneurs are wintering in Palm Beach. Elon already has his own villa at Mar-a-Lago. Others are just dropping in for dinner.
Have you been down to Mar-a-Lago since the election?
Yes.
How many times?
A fair amount. Maybe half my time down there since the election.
Wow.
That was venture capitalist Mark Andreessen, one of the greatest pioneers of the internet, having dinners on the patio for the nightly pitch meeting. Hey, Trump, what about this? You're hired. Andreessen's not an ideologue. He's met with Biden's team, and they wanted AI to be owned by the government.
They basically said AI is going to be a game of 2 or 3 big companies working closely with the government, and we're going to basically wrap them in a, I'm paraphrasing, but we're going to basically wrap them in a government cocoon. We're going to protect them from competition. We're going to control them, and we're going to dictate what they do. This generation of Democrats, the ones in the White House under Biden, they became very anti-capitalist, and they wanted to go back to much more of a centralized, controlled, planned economy. I don't think there's been an administration this radical on economic policy, on these economic and tech policy. I don't think in ever. The communists 100 years ago wanted industrialization because they knew that industrialization and technological advance made everybody's lives better. They just wanted to seize it all once it was built. These people didn't even want it to get built. And so something went horribly, horribly wrong in this administration.
This is how the Democrats rig the economy. You have a couple of monopolies in each industry that does the government's bidding. Now, everything makes sense, doesn't it? Tomorrow, 47 is going to be ringing the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange. And he's been named Time Magazine Person of the Year. Can you believe Time made Hitler Person of the Year? It's got to be a business decision because the legacy media is on life support. CNN just lost to the Food Network. People would rather see veal scallopini being prepared than Wolf Blitzer. And inside of the newsrooms, they've accepted defeat.
If you watch the opinion of us, how many people trust the press anymore? I mean, we're way down there with the lawyers.
Yeah.
This is really rough, as you know.
You're way down there with Congress.
I despair. Seriously, I worry greatly. We're at a point where if the President of the United States is going to say legacy media is dead, well, I guess Musk said that. Legacy media is dead.
And he wants it dead. He wants other media.
But it is kind of, sort of hobbling right now. And I don't know how it recovers. I'm very dark about it.
Well, Biden just pardoned Hunter for what was on the laptop that Leslie Stahl said was fake. And Leslie doesn't know how the media recovers. Retire, Leslie. With all due respect, you're the reason why. The media is panicking. Politico's newsletter is asking, how long can the Trump honeymoon last? 4 years, baby, 4 years. The FBI director gets it. Here's Chris Wray.
After weeks of careful thought, I've decided the right thing for the Bureau is for me to serve until the end of the current administration in January and then step down.
Chris Wray wasn't going to get tied down to the tracks, but not every Democrat has common sense. Eric Swalwell's putting together his own deep state sleeper cell.
To the agents at the FBI and the DOJ prosecutors, I say this. I was a prosecutor once. I had an oath to upkeep to the Constitution and to the court, and you're not helpless. You do not have to follow illegal orders.
The FBI let Swalwell off the hook for sleeping with a Chinese spy, so he's got to be a good little boy with the amount of dirt they have on him. Over at Langley, they're getting a little antsy, too. RFK Jr. is lobbying Trump to put his daughter-in-law at the CIA. He thinks the agency assassinated his uncle and probably his dad and wants to get to the bottom of it. And remember, Trump promised he'd release the JFK files. The government's been abusing its power for decades. We're old enough to know the truth. Some Democrats are saying, count me in. John Fetterman just joined Truth Social. His first post, railing against the deep state for weaponization of the judiciary, said the cases against Trump were BS. Over on the Republican side, most of them are on board too.
I think all of Trump's nominees, for the cabinet at least, are going to be confirmed.
Every single one.
I do.
And they're ready to get to work.
We look forward to a very smooth transition at the FBI, and I'll be ready to go on day one.
I'll work with him to get his vision accomplished.
What do you hope to talk to Senator Collins about today?
This is how we're feeling today, right here. Feeling great.
The country's ready for results. The stock market's up, gas prices are down, and Trump's inviting special guests to party at the inaugural balls. The president-elect has invited Xi Jinping of China to witness his inauguration. This is a power move to intimidate the Chinese leader. If he declines, it's disrespectful, and Trump will take it personally. And if he accepts, he'll be forced to observe President Trump at his most powerful moment, with all the presidential pageantry America can muster. You put Xi Jinping in a subservient position, plus you can spy on him the whole time he's in D.C. Trump saying, I'm putting the Bidens out to pasture. Watch. You bribed the wrong guy. The country's on a hot streak, and we're pretty much ready to get things done. So the Democrats should sit back and enjoy the ride. Choo-choo. Dr. Jill is.
I hope that you all feel that sense of, peace and light, and that just for a moment when you leave here today that you feel, a sense of joy. Because I think we all need we all need to feel joy now during this time of the season, during this time.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.